everyone, it's Dr. Werfel. Welcome back. I want to thank you so much for listening to our Total Life Enhancement series, for being a part of this community. I'm hoping that this is enhancing your life, making your life better. If it is, please direct message us and let us know. We love to hear that. It keeps us going. If you want us to move in different directions, or you want to just give us some constructive criticism, give us some good ideas, things that you'd like to learn more about, please direct message us that. We're open to it. We want to listen. We want to learn as well. We're all here to grow together. So today I'm going to talk about what are the most important techniques for your mental state and the enhancement of your mental state, for the enhancement of your happiness, the enhancement of your joy. We're going to talk about presence, present time consciousness, and in particular, I'm going to talk about breathing exercises. So there are a lot of breathing exercises that can help you get into the present moment. I love the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I think it's a fantastic book. I recommend, if any of you out there haven't read it, I recommend reading it. You can also get the audio book. You could probably also listen to quite a bit of him on YouTube. And the other book, A New Earth, is also fantastic. But one of the things he talks about in The New Earth is he talks about that if you wanted to advance your life spiritually, if you wanted to keep growing spiritually, the most important spiritual practice you could do would be conscious breathing. So that's one of the things I want to dedicate this post to, is just to tell everyone out there, as many times a day as you can, set yourself up on a situation where you'll do a conscious breath. And by conscious breathing, I mean as simply as direct all your consciousness to focusing on inhaling through your nose, feeling the air brushing past the hairs in your nose, going in, back, down through into your lungs, feeling your lungs expanding. Direct all your consciousness and awareness to that. Feel your lungs expanding in both directions, right? Downward in the diaphragm and outward in the chest. And then as you exhale, feel the diaphragm pulling back up, the chest going down, the air coming out either through your nose or mouth, through your slightly pressed open lips. So that would be the practice of doing a conscious breath. And practice doing 2 or 3 or 5 or a minute's worth of conscious breaths as often throughout the day as you can. And know that by doing that, like many of these exercises I tell you, that's an act of self-love. That is an act of pulling yourself into the present to get out of the past and out of the future. Because both the future and the past don't exist, which means they're an illusion, right? And the one thing that definitely exists is the present moment. And when we're experiencing fear, it means we're focused too much on the future. When we're experiencing regret or shame or guilt, it means we're focused too much on the past. And when we're in the present moment, we're in a state of joy, right? There's a Bible saying in His presence is fullness of joy. And another interpretation of that is when we're present, we're in fullness of joy. So I want you to focus on breathing. There's so much more. We're going to end up doing an expanded video on breathing because there's a lot more exercise I want to talk about than just the conscious breath. But the last thing I want to tell you about with this conscious breath is you can take your phone, and whether it's an iPhone or a Samsung, if you have a smartphone, a lot of times you can go to the clock setting and they have a timer. And you can set the timer for like every hour, every 2 hours, every 4 hours, whatever you choose, so that it'll alert you, and then maybe set that timer or set alerts throughout the day at certain times when it's going to remind you to take some conscious breaths. That's one cool thing to do. If you don't want to do that, maybe if you, even just with a watch, you could say, you know what, on every even hour or every odd hour, I'm going to do a conscious breath. That's something I used to teach my clients and patients to do when it came to drinking more water. I would say pick either odd or even. So if you pick odd hour, at 1 o'clock you have a glass, at 3 o'clock you have a glass. You could also do your conscious breath with that. Link them together. Do your water and your conscious breath together. 2 great acts of self-love, 2 great acts to help your body get better and for you to build the habits that are going to make you more successful, both in your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health. So I hope this helps you. Breathe consciously, get in the present moment, and be happy.